is this thing on? It's been a while since I've done a stream, so I'm imagining something broke. Hello? Okay, it seems like everybody can hear me. Well, it's been a minute. How are we all doing today? How is the Skyrim video coming along? Funny you should ask. The Skyrim Part 3 is done and has been uploaded and available right now for patrons. It's 5 hours and 50 minutes long. If not, the public release is this Friday, at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It will be a instant release, so no premiere or anything like that. So, once it's out, it's out. Do with it what you like. Yeah, it's done. That's why I'm streaming now. I finished it last night. You're supposed to be streaming. You're supposed to be sleeping. Got work tomorrow. But you can't miss this, right? How could you miss this? Oh, you just put it on and fall asleep. So we got a new game here. The gaming's worst kept secret. I think I've been hearing about this remaster for like I don't know, like a year or so, maybe longer. How do I feel about the difficulty in the remake? I'm gonna go through everything that I think about the remake. I'm not. I keep going back and forth on whether I would recommend people buy this or not. It's like I don't regret my purchase, but I'm liking it. I'm not even liking it ironically. I'm liking it because they've somehow managed to capture the spirit of Oblivion. And they did that by screwing up in the almost exact same ways to the exact same degree as vanilla Oblivion, minus some gameplay stuff. There's actually been some improvements on the gameplay front. We will talk about that. But yeah, like I'm actually enjoying it. Okay, right off the bat, the game is ugly as all sin, okay? I mean, just look at this. It's super brown. It's so, like, just desaturated. Like, the armor models and stuff. So, like, some stuff looks good, and then you talk to an orc, and it's, like, it's horrifying. It's horrifying. And, I mean, going back and forth on whether they did this intentionally, whether their goal was to replicate the uncanny horror that was the Oblivion, vanilla Oblivion NPCs. But I think this was in earnest. I think they genuinely were trying, and that's what makes it so good. Because if, like, nobody's this self-aware, or at least nobody in the AAA industry, they're not self-aware to that point of being able to, like, sit there and pitch the idea, because you have to remember how many people must have signed off on this project, right? There's no way somebody was able to sit down and pitch the idea that we are going to intentionally make these characters look ugly. We are going to intentionally make the game seem jank. Like all the things that this remaster has going wrong, in its presentation wise. There's no way they were able to pitch that. And I think that's why I'm enjoying it so much. Because if they were doing this intentionally, it would come across as super fake. Like it would be too exaggerated. But like this NPC, he is uncanny to the same degree. He's nodding in agreement with me. He's uncanny to the same degree as vanilla Oblivion's NPCs, but it's uncanny in a different way. And I did not expect this, but I'm just running around. I'm still I still haven't really gotten into the game. I've only played like a few hours because I've been working on the Skyrim video, right? But in the time that I have been playing it, I've just been like feverishly running to check NPCs, like like famous NPCs I've seen all the time, and just seeing like how grotesque they are. And it's not out of like morbid curiosity. Like I'm genuinely delighted by it. It's like they captured the spirit of Oblivion. And the spirit of Oblivion was this beautiful, accidental, just mess. Like, vanilla Oblivion is a mess. I love it. It's probably my favorite game of all time. I'm the first person to say that game, it is just a mess. It's all over the place. The graphics, just everything about the game. There's not one part of that game that I feel functions 100% correctly. Like, I genuinely think Skyrim is a better made game than Oblivion. But I love Oblivion more because it's so jank. Because it's such a just weird, awkward product of its time. Like so much of my young adulthood was wrapped around this game. I started playing it when I was like, I don't know, like 13, 14. It formed like so much of like who I am today as like as a gamer. I'll use the G word there. It informed so much, and I was very hesitant to ever see a remaster. Because to be perfectly honest, I've never played a good remaster. I don't think I'm the target audience for a remaster, honestly. So when they were talking about remastering Oblivion, I pretty much immediately wrote it off because I was like, there's no way they could ever hit the same feeling. Just like weird, surreal, delighted, like just like this sense of curiosity, wonder, and adventure mixed with just like this weird it's almost like Courage the Cowardly Dog, where it's just like it's so bizarre in such a weird, uncanny way that it's like you just can't help but get engrossed. And for some people, that's obviously going to be a huge turnoff, and that's also why I kind of like it, because it's just weird. And this, like, I just didn't think that they would be able to recapture that spirit, but they did. And I'm almost positive it was on accident, and that's why it works. So, I've been going back and forth on whether I could recommend this or not. If you're looking at the graphics, if you're looking at this right now, you're looking at this horrible NPC right now and being like, that's funny, I want to see more of that. And if your system, you have a system that can actually run this game, because this game, I'm using DLSS and like frame generation and stuff, so that's why I'm getting 100 frames. When I turn that stuff off, I'm straight up getting like 40 frames a second. It's they have a lot of work to do on the optimization front, absolutely. But if those two things pass, if you're down with both of those things, yeah, I guess pick it up. I'm surprised they didn't charge more for it. I was surprised that they didn't go for a $70 price tag. Personally, I think 30 to 40 would be best. I mean, what is it? It's like 50 and then 60 with the upgrade. I got like the deluxe edition version because I was like, whatever. But yeah, it's just like, it's terrible, but in a good way for me. I completely understand if people are not not happy with this, because it's not a good looking game. It's not a good remaster at all. Like, there are people who are playing this for the first time, and I don't know if I envy them or pity them, because on the one hand, they are, like, I'm getting the original experience again. It feels like I'm playing the game for the first time again. Just, like, not in the way they were intending, most likely. So I don't know how it feels to be like somebody for the first time ever. This is your first introduction to Oblivion. I feel like they're probably getting robbed of the original experience. They probably would have done better playing the original, but it's, yeah, I just don't know. It's going to take me a while to really formulate my opinions. Gameplay wise, though, there have been some interesting things that I actually approve of. Changes to the leveling system, that they obviously tried to, like, correct like some of the, just like the issues with the leveling system and stuff, because the leveling system in Oblivion is just, it's god awful. It really is. It's super punitive. It just didn't work. It just didn't work. Level scaling was completely out of control. It would basically ruin your game after a point. Every character, every playthrough had an expiration date if you weren't, like, going in with a super complicated, really thought out, methodical plan. So they tried to address a lot of that stuff. There are probably better ways that they could have gone about it, but it's an improvement over vanilla Oblivion. And that's all I really care about. Because if I want something that's, like, more carefully optimized, better balance and stuff like that, I'll just go play original Oblivion with a few mods installed. What would have been ideal, really, this is what would have been ideal, is if they released a patch for vanilla Oblivion alongside this. A patch that made the game more stable, improved support with mods and stuff like that. Because once you start modding that game, it gets pretty crazy. Starts crashing. It's a black box. You don't know what's going to happen. It's not like Skyrim where you can strap on, like, 300 mods and it'll probably be okay. Vanilla Oblivion is just, it's rough. So I would have really appreciated if they had released a patch to go along with that. If they did, I would probably be recommending people buy this if they had done that, because it's just like, all right, well, you have the original, but hopefully the original doesn't become abandonware. I don't know, maybe one day we'll see Oblivion Unity or something like that in the future. But I don't think this remaster will replace Oblivion for me, but at the same time, I don't play Oblivion much anymore. It's like, I haven't played Oblivion since really I did some of the live streams and stuff, like, way back in the day. I played this game to death. That's just, I finished it. Like, I've played probably, like, several thousand hours of it. Spent another 1,000 hours working on a video series for it. I had my fill. But coming back to this, it feels like a new experience again, and it kind of has me pretty giddy about that. It's definitely not as, I was expecting an absolute disaster. I thought people were going to just roast this thing alive. I was sitting there sweating as I was watching the live stream, the announcement and stuff, because it looks abysmal in action on screen and stuff. Even the combat looks terrible. But then I started playing the combat, and this is actually what kind of sold me. When I started playing the combat, and I realized that it's actually pretty good. Well, good from Oblivion standards. Once again, everything that I say has to be with the caveat that Oblivion is not a very good game. It just isn't. And that's what I love about it. It's, you know, it's a beautiful mess, everything like that. So, for them to even improve the combat experience like 5%, that is, that's an improvement. Even if it's like I probably I think Skyrim still has like better combat, but it does feel better. And it, like, the way I play this now, we'll see it when I actually start playing. I just want to get my thoughts and everything. So I've been ruminating over this over the past, like, since this thing came out. I just want to get it all out there now. I play this game very fast. And the original Oblivion I always played very fast too, but the way the character movement and stuff works in that game, in the vanilla game, always made it very difficult to do that well for like a long period of time and stuff. Particularly like trying to like parkour around geometry and stuff. But they actually like improved the movement model and everything. It's still like it has this weird floatiness to it, but I'm actually kind of getting into that floatiness. It like your character kind of like flows like water almost. I can't really describe it, but it does feel like vanilla Oblivion, just better, especially when it comes to like swinging weapons and like hit detection and all that, player feedback. All of that's way better than vanilla Oblivion. Vanilla Oblivion's melee combat was so bad that I pretty much never did it. In this one, like since I started playing it, I started with a mage, with a pure mage, and I pretty much stopped. I pretty much stopped playing the pure mage and started like this spell sword that I have right now. It's just like blade, alchemy, destruction, illusion, mysticism, light armor, like just kind of just all over the place. And the whole idea with this character is just going fast, glass cannon, and I've been having a blast with it. And it feels good. I'm very surprised. It feels good. Again, so if you're coming into this either as a new player or somebody who came from, you know, played the game way back in the day and you don't really remember how it plays, and you're expecting like a really good, tight combat experience and stuff, do not pick this up. Like, it's still not a... I don't want to say it's the worst combat experience, worst combat system I've ever played, but it's pretty low bar. It's pretty bottom of the barrel there. There's a lot more like stuff worth talking about with this. I'm not sure if I'm going to do like a video about this or if I'm going to just add this to the Skyrim video, Skyrim Part 4. But this definitely gave me a lot of food for thought. I definitely am... They got me to buy it and not regret my purchase. That's surprising. That in of itself is very surprising. That was not... I bought it when I saw it after the live stream. I bought it with like actual hatred. I was like, this is going to be such a disaster. I have to stream this. It's going to be hilarious. I'm gonna have... It's just like it's a Christmas gift for me, right? Because I'm working on Skyrim Part 4. So many bits I can pull out of this. Whatever, like, I have to get this. And then I started playing it and I was like, wait. There's actually, like... I'm actually kind of enjoying it, not ironically. And I don't... That has me fucked up. Like, I canceled the stream. I was going to stream it yesterday. I canceled the stream because I realized I need to formulate actual, like, opinions on this. It's weird. It's weird. I don't think there's a remaster like this around. This is not something that a studio can intentionally create. It's like Oblivion, where it was just an accident. and it's just take it at face value when you're making your purchase. That's why I'm doing this whole spiel right now, is to get my impressions out there and stuff so that people can make an informed purchase decision. Take everything you see at face value, because that's what you're getting. You know, the ugly NPCs, the weird looking combat, the piss filter on everything. If you're down with that, I guess go ahead and buy it. I mean, really the best thing to do is if you have Game Pass, just play it on Game Pass. Hate to plug that thing, but you know, go ahead and play a few AAA games on there and make it not worth Microsoft's money. But I guess we should start playing. I don't really know how much I'm going to play. I really just wanted to, like, get on here and just get my thoughts out here, because I know I've been getting so many people asking me, like, what my thoughts are and things like that. I feel like, as somebody who is known to be more critical, I can at least give some sort of perspective. Ultimately, you're the only one who's going to be able to make this purchasing decision. I cannot recommend or turn you away. I wish I could. I wish I could say, like, sum this up with this, like, one nice succinct, like, recommendation, but you're either going to love this thing or you're going to really fucking hate it. It's just, yeah, watch what I'm going to be doing and stuff. If it looks good, go ahead and buy it. If not, wait for a sale. I don't know. It's 120 gigs. I wouldn't really recommend trying to, you know, sail the high seas to get that. But, you know, make your own decision. Oh, great. I'm dropping frames, huh? Alright. Hopefully I don't continue to drop frames like that. That's unfortunate. I haven't streamed in forever, obviously. I've barely looked over my stream settings, so if this dies, it dies. I got my thoughts out there, so we're gonna just start playing. If you guys got questions and stuff, I'm gonna try to keep up with chat, or at least somewhat. I haven't been in the driver's seat of a stream in a very long time. What builds have I done? I've done a pure mage so far. I only played like a little bit of that. What I'm doing right now is like let me see. I don't like the UI. I just don't. I think they also removed interior maps, because we have clairvoyance now, and I haven't been able to find a way to like actually pull up a local map. So that's funny. But yeah, this is basically just like a light armor spell sword type deal. Go fast, slash things up, hit them with magic. Got my classic Dunmer. What's interesting though is that you can make decent looking characters. It's not that difficult. Takes a little bit of work, but it's not that difficult. It's not impossible. So the fact that, you know, everybody looks so horrifying makes me wonder if they did the thing that like classic vanilla Oblivion did, which was basically unshackle face gen and just let it go to town, making like just horrifying creatures. Like, look at this. Look at this. But it's activating the same part of my brain. It's like activating the fight or flight response in my brain. Seeing this, it's Oblivion. Like, they captured the spirit. That's all I can say. Oh wow, that was a huge frame drop. Performance for me has actually been pretty okay. Yeah, if we go out into the eye, I want to make it day. I'm kind of tired of darkness. Uh-oh. Am I getting ambushed right now?
Allow me to introduce
Oh my god!
I come on behalf of my master.
Bro.
He asked me to deliver this note. I believe it is an invitation to visit him at his
I
manor
think
in the
I
Imperial
think the Nords are improved though.
My master
The Nords literally looked like they were made out of potatoes in vanilla Oblivion.
recently sold an item that interests him. I believe the note will give you all
And like the
details.
animations and stuff, it's all so perfect.
My master Umbacano lives in the Talos
And I love that they
district of the
still kept
Imperial
like the
City.
zoom in and
He is
everything.
known across Cyrodiil as a collector of alien antiquities.
So they didn't recast this dude's voice actor, which is interesting. It's been interesting seeing who got recasted. I went to record the rat lady, for the the Fighters Guild Rats in the Basement lady, and they recasted her voice, and it's terrible. I'm actually really disappointed about that. The new voice acting is, for the most part, somehow worse than Vanilla Oblivion. And again, I don't know if that was intentional or not.
How are you?
There's something strange about Ida Lenormand.
Man,
I heard she was
like the animations just look so weird. This is my favorite animation. This is I was just walking around Anvil doing this for like 10 minutes yesterday. It's so, this will never not be funny to me. I don't know who, how, what is this? What is this? It's so bad. Worse than vanilla voice acting, yes. It's weird because like I'll hear some vanilla voice acting and it's like a breath of fresh air. It's like a glass of water in the desert. It's so weird. Oh yeah, then the sprinting animation. I mean, I've seen worse sprinting animations. Mass Effect 3 comes to mind. Mass Effect Andromeda comes to mind. It's not like Naruto sort of running, right? Like he's just like hunched over. Sprinting is a weird addition to this game in general because like your movement speed is already really fast in this game. Like just base movement speed is like really quick. Oh yeah, and we get to see the performance out here. That's why I came out here. Yeah, so like the inclusion of sprinting, it's like okay. Like look at the difference. It's like barely even noticeable. Oh, the falling animation. I've actually never noticed that. I've barely played this in third person. That's just an experience in of itself. Oh my god. Yeah, something that I noticed. So, how this game is working, it's Unreal Engine. It's obviously Unreal Engine. That's what's also so funny about this remaster is that it's like unapologetically Unreal. Like just to a fault in all of like in every positive and negative way it is Unreal Engine. So they took Unreal Engine and that's what's rendering everything, but underneath it's Gamebryo. So you'll still see the janky characters like pathfinding and stuff, weird NPC behavior and everything. All of that's still in the game. It's all working exactly as it was when I was recording the other night, just getting B-roll footage. It's Oblivion with just Unreal Engine slapped on top of it. Just a soulless, ugly, like every interior that I've gone into, like just the distance, right? Oblivion's not a very big game, so the fact that like all the distant fog has been removed and it's like, oh, I can see Frostcrag Spire over there now, it makes the world feel so claustrophobic. but I kind of dig it because it's almost like a parody of itself. Like, I feel like I'm living in a diorama of somebody's thoughts of what Oblivion was like. I feel like I'm living in somebody's memories. And what's weird is when their memories overlap with my memories. I've never played a game like this. Like, honest to God. But yeah, like, the combat looks terrible, but when you're actually playing it, it's not bad. It's serviceable, I would say. It's better than base Oblivion. I'll give it that. But that's a very, very low bar. And again, I don't really like the, don't care for the UI. And the okay, so I'm steamrolling everything, right? And that's because I'm just playing on, you know, medium difficulty, adept. Now, when I kick it up to expert, unfortunately, the game becomes ball busting and I'm going to die, like, a lot. And there's this weird stuttering, especially out in the overworld. This was when I wanted to talk about with the engine, with the new engines and stuff. Yeah, it's like this weird stuttering that will, like, occur every few seconds, especially if I'm moving quickly. And I imagine it just has to do with, like, things that are loading in. But it's the exact same stutter as I experienced in vanilla Oblivion as well. So it really makes me wonder if it's a Gamebryo issue. Because this is running Gamebryo. This isn't even Creation Engine. This is Gamebryo, which I think is the right call to, like, get the feeling of Oblivion. But I'm also surprised that they did it. Oh yeah, man. There's like just like little things. Like, the game does feel like Oblivion so much that I instinctively try doing exploits. Yeah, see, like, he's bodying me here. Oh right, I'm not even using restoration magic on this character. This is just generic goblin. But yeah, so there's little things that base Oblivion or vanilla Oblivion had, where, like, if you hold block and you cast a spell, you would cast the spell slightly faster than if you just, like, you know, hand casting it like that. So I keep catching myself, like, trying to do that exploit and it doesn't work. I think that's kind of a good thing because it doesn't feel like I'm playing a different game. But then there's things like your health regens outside of combat, which I wish it was just a toggle. Like, personally, I don't mind it too much, because what I'd be doing, yes, just a generic goblin just bodied me. Normally in Oblivion, I would just be doing things like waiting and sleeping and stuff like that to regen my health most of the time anyways. So the regenning health doesn't matter too much to me. But I'm also not a purist when it comes to this game. No, I'm not a purist about when it comes to, like, any games, really, but especially Oblivion. So yeah, we're gonna have to go back to medium here. If I wasn't streaming at the same time, I probably would be able to play this difficulty, but really I'm really just trying to demonstrate what's going on and get my thoughts out there. So we're gonna go back to not necessarily game journalist mode. Actually, I am curious what game journalist mode feels like. But yeah, it's weird. So I can almost guarantee this is using the same. This is the same difficulty system as it was in base Oblivion. They just removed the slider and replaced it with, like, tick marks, and I really just wish they'd have the slider back. Maybe there's like an ionite setting we'll be able to tweak or something like that. But the difficulty feels terrible. Oh my. And I'm kind of just hoping that after leveling up and stuff, hopefully they reined in difficulty scaling so that I can actually increase in power progression and graduate out of adept and into hard. Yeah, this is like, wow, game journalist mode, they don't even do damage to you. That's pretty funny. I wonder if it increases like the rate that your health regenerates outside of combat. See, this is a problem with this game. I want to do like all this like system testing and stuff now. And I don't have the time to be doing that. I have to be working on Skyrim and stuff. So I'm gonna play this game for a few days. I was gonna take a vacation, but I don't think I'm gonna play this instead. And see how much of it I can figure out. Because there's a lot of questions about like with how they check DMs. Hello, Pat. 1 second. Alright. We might be getting Pat in here. Alright, I don't know if I have this set up or not. Hello? Hello? No, I don't think he can hear me, though. Can you guys hear him? Actually, no, that's not possible. I don't have an audio source set up for him. You probably heard me on the stream. I don't know why. Let's see, gotta mess with Discord a bit here. It's been a minute. Ah, I see. They changed my input again. Do this every time. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Okay, I can hear you. Hello? Hold on. I gotta get you set up with an audio channel. I was not set up. Let's see. Nah. Let's see. Location capture, maybe? I'm using the app. I'm gonna do application. I'm messing with... Okay. Now, do I go in here? Okay, I added Discord, but it's not popping up in my audio feeds. How did I used to do this? Nah, they shouldn't be able to hear you yet. Hold on. Say something? Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna switch to desktop audio. 'Cause I don't know. I just want to get this set up ASAP. So they should be able to hear you now.
Hello, chat.
I gotta boost you though. You are quiet for me.
Yeah, it's not my typical setup. I'm on the road, so
Yeah. How are you? How
well,
are
not literally, but
you? Well, you're in a hotel right now.
yeah.
Yeah. Do you wanna explain what you're doing for anybody who hasn't heard yet?
No,
No.
you you hinted at it once on stream, but I no sold it. Yeah, if you're not in the Discord, and I haven't posted about it on Patreon yet because I haven't had the chance, but I am on a bike ride that is emulating Elder Lions' wild ride across America.
So where are you right now?
I can't say that. I don't want these fuckers visiting me.
You can't say the state.
No.
Okay.
No, no. If I say the state, then like it would be very easy to figure out where I am.
Oh, okay.
That's because that's how part of the United States is that like there's four routes through the Rocky Mountains. So if I tell you what
Okay.
state I'm in,
Okay.
then
I actually don't even remember what state you're in. So, I mean, you'll tell me later. Anyways, so
well, okay, it changes semi-frequently, so
yeah. So, yeah. So, how has your reaction been to the Oblivion remaster?
Okay, so I
Uh,
thought it was stupid when the leaks were going on, but I was kind of busy setting up this trip. I think most of the leaks were going on when I was like first like setting out to go do it. And then like 420 happens, that was supposed to be the big day, Hitler's birthday. And they didn't shadow drop it on Hitler's birthday. So but then like what was it, 2 days later, yesterday, I
yeah,
think,
yeah,
they dropped it.
yeah. So the
Yeah, and
leak,
just like
the big prolific leaker said it was going to come out Monday, and it came out like Tuesday. So that was, and everything else they said about it was like dead on. So I was like, okay.
well, okay, listen,
Oh,
chat, you joke about that, but there are dedicated bikepacking YouTubers that are a fraction the size of that I am, that they have people like track them down when they're on the road. Like things like that do happen. But okay, I thought it was stupid when I heard about it. Actually, I was listening to the GDC stream last night and we were asked about the leak, and that was over a year ago, so
yeah.
but
Okay. So yeah, we've been
um
talking about it for like over a year now.
yeah, it's been a while. Well, see, that was before Starfield came out, so it
Yeah.
was like 18 months ago. But yeah,
Okay.
I
So
think
the
they
keys are okay.
waited. I kind of think they wanted to fuck with those guys and like they waited an extra day. But
Maybe.
here are my thoughts. Here are my thoughts. After the disaster that was marketing Avowed, I think they shadow dropped this because they're like testing the waters to see if they can get away with just not advertising this stuff.
Yes. That.
Because because it looks bad, right?
Oh
Like
yeah.
there's this like graphical stuff that people on Twitter are gonna like pick out. And
Oh
mind you, I have
yeah.
no experience with the game, so I can't speak to like the quality of the remaster. I don't think Oblivion needs this.
I
That
don't.
said,
I don't think so either.
this looks like the easiest thing to dunk on Twitter, and so I can understand why they like didn't want a huge amount of time like to spend marketing it. And it
Yep.
kind of markets it.
Yeah, like they didn't even have to. Okay, so here's something that I noticed. This light spell doesn't work unless I go third person. So I think that might be a bug.
It's so as I understand, it's a like gameplay wise, it's a like 1-to-1.
I
So
wouldn't.
this is the regular light spell, or is there new functionality to it?
No, it's just like the regular light spell. They just replaced it with, like they just added a different animation and light color to it. But it functions
Right.
exactly
So
the
it's
same.
more. Yeah, I can see that it is a bit buggy, but
Yeah.
yeah,
What's interesting though
Oblivion
is
needed
like,
a 64-bit port with bug fixes, not a remake. I think
yes.
this is in the category of remaster.
Yeah.
As I understand, I think Zarek said that like with a little tweaking, mods work with this.
Really?
Yeah, but that was something said on my server, so who knows how true it is. But
Mm-hmm.
does that mean? Wait,
Oh, hi.
the Oblivion dungeon overhaul should be able to run in this if that's true, because there's no new assets or anything like that. It's literally just the base game assets.
Yeah. Yeah, because all it does is just like tweak
It just changes
the
where doors send you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, that would be funny.
It would be funny. I wish I was home because I could make a decent amount of content out of this.
Oh yeah.
But
Uh-oh. Oh, okay, there we go. I thought I got stuck in there.
what the fuck was that?
So at first, I saw this in the trailers that like they have like the little like highlight around items that you're hovering over, and at first I was like, oh, that's terrible. But now that I'm playing the game, it's like, oh no, this is essential because like you cannot see shit in this game. It's so like, you know, super realistic, the lighting and everything, except there's still
Yeah.
weird ambient fog everywhere, so it's not really dark. And I'm noticing something here.
All right, is this true? Someone posted in chat. Major and minor skills both give XP and contribute to leveling
Yes.
up. At each level, you get 12 points. No
Yes.
more than 5 points in a single stat.
Yes. That was their...
So leveling is
Was
so
that?
leveling is different.
It is, yeah. I haven't played with it enough to say definitively whether I approve or not. But I do at least approve of them trying to fix the efficient leveling issue. So I'm willing to give it a
Well,
I'm willing to give it a shake.
this is one way to fix it, but the other way to fix it is to just uncap training.
Yeah.
Because it's literally the Moro with leveling system.
How many times are you able to train in Vanilla Oblivion? Is it 5 or 10?
5.
5? Okay. I thought that was a Skyrim thing. Okay, so yeah, it's 5 in this as well. Because I saw it in this, it was limited to 5, and I was like, wait, what?
Oblivion is what fucked it, because like if you can only do it 5 times per level, you can't full level from training, and so I think to a lot of people that made it kind of feel useless.
Yeah.
Theoretically, it is an improvement, but the organic leveling goal is lost. From the initial assessment, it does sound a bit more like Fallout compared to what Elder Scrolls is.
Yeah.
The issue is, I was trying to tackle this in Morrowind with my OpenMW mod. The issue is that it's really hard to make an attribute that's even close to endurance in terms of usefulness.
Yeah. They did modify what the attributes do a little bit.
I love the very slow pop-in of items on the UI.
Oh yeah. It's the UI it's great. It's great. I love the map too, with its like weird vignette on the top and bottom, but we can at least zoom in and out. So, oh yeah, okay, no. I thought they removed the local maps. No, you just have to zoom in. Okay, I'm fine with that because they add clairvoyance. So I thought they got rid of.
I mean, that is interesting. That
so
I can see how they do everything they need for clairvoyance is actually in a base Oblivion.
It is, yeah. Hey, do you like how you can see Frost Craig Spire now? Just like the distance, like the distant LOD and stuff. Like it looks alright, but it really just highlights how small Oblivion's map really is, and how like
that is a choice.
How much of a bowl it is. But
yeah, I always got that impression just by playing it. But like,
yeah,
being able to see Frost Craig Spire, I think is a miss.
Yeah, but oh, man, it's weird because like I never really cared for Oblivion visually. I thought the art style was okay. That's about it. So
yeah,
to see this like weird bastardization of it, is
Well, my thoughts were if I got to make a video about it, like a timely video,
Mhm.
because I'm a long way from home, so this is going to be out of the cycle by the time I even get a chance. But
I think this is going to be
if I
relevant
was
for a
to say
while,
something,
though. Um,
maybe, but
I think especially if like modders can get their like hands on it and actually like start doing some stuff with it. It's not
Mhm.
DOA, which is good. And you got to think,
Yeah,
you got to remember, like there's nothing else Elder Scrolls coming out for a while. So I could see this
I
like
wonder if someone,
it'll fall off for a few months and then it'll like re-uptake again when there's like some big mod or something like that that comes out.
if if there is modding compatibility, I think it could. I think like mods
That's
could cut both ways, where it goes back to the original Oblivion too,
that's
if you're like trying to mod this.
that's what Zarek was saying. He's like that's what he's waiting for is for somebody to port all the old assets to this new engine. Because it's like, all right, we have this much more robust engine. They've obviously done tweaks and fixes to Gamebryo itself that's running underneath. There's no way this is running like unmodified. It wouldn't be able to do what half the shit it's doing right now if it was that. So it's like
Mhm.
to be able to take that engine and then just like port over all the Oblivion assets, the vanilla Oblivion assets,
Well,
that'd be
I
interesting.
was thinking of I was thinking about it as a renaissance for like Oblivion era modding.
Yes.
Like if there's cross compatibility between the two,
What the fuck?
like the less work you have to do to make a
Am I
Oblivion mod for
still
both
on?
versions. But what I was
Oh, I
gonna
am still
say,
on game journalist mode.
um,
Okay.
why is Nexus is banning mods for Oblivion Remastered? Why? But
Banning.
anyways,
I heard they were banning like certain mod. Like there's a mod because like when you're in character creator, it doesn't say male or female. It says type 1 and type 2.
oh,
Yeah. So
okay, never mind. So
there's
they're banning the anti-woke mods.
yeah
Well,
yeah
that's typical Nexus
that's
garbage
yeah
shit.
yeah
I don't care about. Oh my God, so they got rid of the difficulty slider. I see.
yeah, and it's not good. I miss the difficulty slider because I'm playing on Adept right now and it's way too easy. Then I go up to
Hmm.
the next one and it's too difficult. So I'm
But
hoping
listen, there's that one guy that said I'm wrong about everything. That said that you just need to like just use poisons, dude.
just use what?
Actually, I don't know if just use poisons.
Uh,
Oblivion's not spreadsheety. Anyway, here's my spreadsheet on how to play Oblivion. I didn't get to. I actually thought about responding to that guy, but again, this trip was like a. There's a lot of things that have been thrown off by this trip, and I hope that now that I've announced it, some stuff starts to make a bit more sense,
yeah.
or like why things have been going the way they are.
So this is what I like about this remaster and like the UE5 stuff is that you do like every once in a while you'll come into an area where it's just like, oh, this actually looks pretty cool. Like the way the lighting is interacting here and stuff.
Yeah,
This does look cool. And it brings like
yeah. I just wish
it's a
I wish they put
different
more work into the UI than
yeah.
following the YouTube tutorials.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's Knight in his name or something. But what I was gonna say is with Oblivion, I feel like Oblivion is such a package deal that it's hard for me to really reconcile that you're gonna change elements of it. Like the bad writing needs the bad voice actors, and the bad voice actors need
Yeah.
the bad voices.
And
You know what I mean? Like
but that's what I like about this remaster is that they didn't really manage to improve anything. I'm gonna die in here. Like the new voice acting is perhaps even worse than the original voice acting.
there's new voice acting.
Yeah, they added like all new voice acting and stuff to try and mitigate the Wes Johnson voicing every NPC type deal.
Oh,
Yeah, so like
I'm-
the example I used, because I was trying to get a clip of it this morning, was the rat lady, rats in the rats in the basement lady,
mhm.
and she got
They changed
recast.
her?
Yeah, and the new
Wow.
voice actor just like it sounded like she was just really phoning it in. It's terrible. And that was
I would love to crack this open and analyze all the differences
it's
as somebody who's made a massive Oblivion
dude,
video.
it's
It would be fascinating.
so it's so tempting for me to just like lose myself in this. Just I was like
Yeah.
I've been racing around just looking at different NPCs, being like, oh my god, I gotta see what like what does Raminus Polus look like now and stuff. How'd they butcher him? And it's just like
They should have gone full speed remake. This middle ground is kind of meh. No, I don't think that at all.
No,
I think that remasters suck. I think that remakes suck. I think if
Yeah.
you're gonna pour work into this type of stuff, there's so many better things you could have poured that effort into.
yeah,
Like,
I said what they should have done. Release this, whatever, but also release an actual patch for Oblivion on PC, like vanilla Oblivion, that makes it actually like, not crash all the time.
I mean, yeah, I was thinking that too. Like, they could release like a $10 modernized version that updates it to 64-bit on PC and like releases it on the new consoles. And I feel like honestly, the budget to like money they would make, like it would take no effort, and they would get a $10 sale versus like they had to put in all this effort to get the $50.
Yeah,
I
like
don't know. It feels kind of silly to me.
they had to like redesign all of the assets and stuff. Like all this stuff is made from scratch, so that's a lot of art assets that they had to make. I imagine this was in development for quite a while.
Well, we've been hearing about this for a while, and this was on that one thing,
that leaked
pre-COVID document.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, who knows how long this was actually in development? Oh, why am I pickling?
Do you think a Morrowind remaster could happen eventually?
Oh god.
It would be a very long time. They're gonna do Fallout 3 first.
Yeah.
But
I mean, like, why
no, I think what I thought was, if you're going to give another studio the license to do something like this, give them the license to just make an expansion pack for like an existing game, or make a new game with like the existing engine. Like either of those would have been good options.
Yeah.
I feel like the reason to make this would have been to get a studio to make them a new engine for Elder Scrolls 6, and that's obviously not what this is. So
okay, that's how
that doesn't. That's been a running theme since like Dishonored 2, is that like Bethesda is investing in other companies working on their engines so that they can eventually get a replacement.
Yeah.
And I feel like one of those should have panned out.
How do I out of here?
Fallout 3 kind of feels like it needs a remake before any other game gets one. Fallout 3 is fine. I don't know. I don't believe in like remakes or remasters. Like, yeah, these games were like kind of jank, but like that's Oblivion and that's Fallout 3. That's part of the iconography of it.
Yeah,
it feels like it's just shitting on like the people who worked on this game originally. And for what?
Are these traps faster? I swear this is.
That seemed faster. That it doesn't seem like how fast they're supposed to go.
I've never like had this issue before. I wonder if it was like tied to frame rate or something like that.
They should have made a Daggerfall remake. Okay, why we got an Oblivion remake is that when Bethesda was getting sold to Microsoft, they wanted to increase their valuation, and so at the time, the things that were big were live service games, remakes, and so they put on the docket, we're going to do an Oblivion remake. Why Oblivion? Because people have played Oblivion. Okay, nobody's played Daggerfall.
Yeah.
Okay, you're being gaslit. There's not a single human being that's ever actually played Daggerfall. They're not real. Salty Shrimp Pasta is an AI-generated channel. I don't know if you guys know this.
Jeweler is, he's a hallucination from, too much Robitussin.
There is a real shot my microphone is fucked. I am on Wi-Fi, on Bluetooth, like
Yeah,
I'm doing everything wrong.
what is your setup right now? It does not sound very good. It's not your usual quality.
Well, I'm sorry that I wasn't carrying my my
Yeah.
audio mixer and my microphone on the road.
Dude, what?
No, it's Soundcore like Life Pro M3s, which are Bluetooth earbuds
Okay.
over hotel Wi-Fi on a laptop.
I'm surprised you even have like a good enough uplink to be able to.
It's just a Discord call.
Listen,
The real question is,
I've used some hotel internet where that's already pushing it.
I was at a place. Well, I was technically there yesterday, but I was at a place 2 days ago that the Wi-Fi kept just like cutting out. Like I could barely do a Google search. So one thing I do at hotels is I upload the footage that I've taken so far to Google Drive, so
Yeah.
that in the event something happens, I still have like some of the footage.
Oh, so have you must have like bought, the Google storage thing for like 1 terabyte for like $1 or something like that.
Yeah. I got 2 terabytes, but yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I got Starlink and a solar panel, and I'm out in the middle of a field. Face reveal soon. Yes. When the video comes out about the trip, there will be a face reveal.
Whoa.
It is unfortunate that the trip was announced the way it was. So originally the plan was I filmed like a call out video when I was at the place where the trip started, and I was gonna like post that after honestly like around the time that I announced it on the server. And I was gonna have like a lot of the information, but that would have been a face reveal, and I kind of changed my mind and decided the video would be the. It's their fucking Aurora Borealis.
Yeah,
Bethesda.
up in the north. Up in the north.
I know that it's
no,
the essential part of Skyrim.
No, it's not Bethesda. It's Virtuos.
It's Bethesda. They licensed it out. If I have somebody else edit for me, I'm still the person responsible for it.
I think I would. That's the question that I want to know. How much oversight did these people have? Because I wouldn't be surprised if it was just like Todd Howard just, rubber stamping, being
This
like,
is one.
yep, that
Yeah,
looks
this is
good."
one of the many things that Todd Howard was working on instead of Starfield.
Yeah. Instead of Starfield and Tez 6. I haven't really been following the discourse. I'm gonna give it credit here. This does look pretty good. I
think I think the Aurora Borealis is a bit too much.
Yeah.
I would mod that out.
Yeah. But like,
otherwise, yeah, it looks good. It looks a little worse than Avowed, but obviously it's got the feature set of Oblivion, so
like the moon actually casting like shadows and stuff. That I'm impressed. Unreal Engine, that does actually look pretty decent. Anyways,
does this run on anything less than a 40 series card?
It barely runs on a 40 series card. You kidding me? Dude, I have to use DLSS. Oh, no, I'm using DLSS and like frame generation stuff. Granted, I haven't really seen much in the way of artifacting, but I still consider that cheating. Like, if I was doing a benchmark or whatever, I really only care about, like, rasterized performance for comparisons. And like, I'll turn it off right now. You'll...
The stream is effing.
Oh, yeah. Give it a second. Wow, it's
better really, not play an ad.
It's really dead.
Tell the chat to reload. Or I can, actually. Gather resources to stay alive. No. Yeah, if you just reload, it's fine.
Well, I'm dropping frames. It's on my end.
Right.
I don't know why I'm
Turn
dropping
down
frames.
the bit rate.
Yeah,
What's your bit rate?
yeah. Good idea.
The hotel Wi-Fi is spreading.
I'll drop it down to. Let's drop it down to like 10.
No, I've got some interesting story bits that have happened on the trip so far. It's taking a little longer than I want to, but
Man, it's
there's
like
definitely a narrative.
nice. Oh my god, it's like completely dead right now. Nice. Love my internet. I'm assuming this is
Yeah.
my
Is it your internet or is it YouTube?
Yeah. Man, I don't know. 'Cause it was giving you issues a while back.
Mm-hmm.
It's
That's why I'm like I'm always distrustful. But I've been listening to another streamer. Although what he does is
Wait, what the
he
fuck?
takes his VODs and
Oops, did I?
cuts them up into videos. So he might cut out the parts where like he's complaining about the low bit rate or something.
Why am I pushing like 36,000 kbps?
On stream?
That's what.
Are you sure that's not the recording section?
No, that's a streaming section.
Jesus Christ.
I don't even have it set to that. What the fuck is it doing right now?
Well, no wonder it's shitting itself.
Okay, there we go. Now it's going down to 10,000. 9,000. What the hell was that? I've never seen OBS do that before. This might be an OBS issue then. Okay, now we're fine. Hello? We back?
We're so fucking back.
I dropped the frame rate, guy, or not the frame rate, the bit rate. Seems to be happy now. Yeah, I set it to 10,000. Updated it.
Oh yeah,
and it spiked up to almost 40,000. Then I just typed it in again, and now it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. What'd you say?
Announce your stream on your server.
Ah, it's fine.
He really has. Chatters, he's abandoned you.
Yeah, I need to figure out what I'm doing with Discord.
At private sessions, disable YouTube dislike extension if you have it. Hey, that's generally good advice.
Oh.
That thing's not useful. I doubt it. You're not having the issue I'm having with like YouTube probably being the issue.
Yeah.
But
well, we'll
you
see.
know about the YouTube? Do you know about the dislike extension?
Yeah, I use it.
Okay, so that thing sucks. You should probably just get rid of it.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of misinformation about it. So it used to be it would pull from the API what the dislikes are, but that functionality's gone.
Ah.
So the way it works now is it's run
just
peer to peer.
Yeah.
But so what happens is
Okay,
on
so-
any video where you would want to know what the dislike counter is, it's going to have way more dislikes than it actually does because
Yeah.
people are like downloading the extension to dislike it.
Yeah, because when I originally installed it, I compared it against my own videos, and I was like, oh wow, it's actually really accurate within like a few dislikes. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
that's cool. But I haven't actually like
you're not-
verified that in like 2
Yeah, and you're
years.
not controversial.
Yeah. So I disabled DLSS and everything, and now I'm at like a nice 40 FPS.
Jeez, on your 4090?
I have a 4080, but yeah.
Oh, okay. See that? Okay, you need to upgrade your graphics card. Hi, my name's Todd Howard. And today we're going to be. Listen, if it's not running well on your system, have you considered upgrading your GPU?
So we're going back to DLSS with frame generation. Like I said, I haven't noticed really any serious artifacting. Maybe like some glowiness from time to time, but
But still, are you kidding me? You can't pull 60 on a fucking 15-year-old game?
I mean, I do have like the what's it called? Ray tracing cranked and everything. Like that's on max, but I do have a video card that's like what the fuck do I need in order to get like 60 FPS solid on this? I'm not playing at 4K either. This is 2K. Hey, what-
You need that 96 gigabyte 4090.
Yeah. And there's still like this weird like hitching that I'll get when I'm running around the overworld like this. But I have the exact same issue with Oblivion as well, with vanilla Oblivion.
Yeah, Oblivion just...
So I'm wondering,
It's
like,
because it has to do with how Oblivion streams content in the overworld.
yeah,
It's like a holdover from Morrowind. So in Morrowind, when you would reach a cell border, there was actually like a loading screen. It would just be a little progress bar at the bottom, but on
yeah,
old computers, like there would be a noticeable loading time to enter a new cell. And then Oblivion tried to switch it over to like flawlessly streaming it, but it's still like there's still like a ton of data that it loads onto the CPU all at once, and that
yeah.
can cause it to hitch.
So
Because obviously they did not make this game multi-thread.
the remaster?
Yeah. If it's hitching, it's not multi-thread. If it's still choking on like the load transitions. This game looks like DayZ in the wilderness. This game looks like every Unreal Engine 5 game.
Oh, let's see what the
Did you mention
conjure-
that certain weapon damage is tied to strength and others to agility?
Oh,
Please tell me
yeah.
it's... Isn't that how it is already with like daggers and bows versus swords and stuff?
See, I don't remember. Like,
I can look that up.
there's like so many things that I've been noticing in this where I'm like, was it always like that? Or is that something that they changed?
If you ever have any questions, just look it up on the UESP because they've got
Yep.
it in autistic detail.
Yep.
All right.
So the bound stuff looks interesting.
Strength. The attribute is strength for melee weapons, agility for bows. So if it's any different than that,
Short swords and daggers scale off of agility now in this. I don't know if it's...
there's short swords.
Yeah.
I know Oblivion has short swords, but I thought they were just blades. Like I thought it was all just blades.
I mean, yeah, it all falls under blade. Oh, right, because it's like they did something where oh, that's interesting. You did a pommel strike with this Daedric dagger. They changed the way attributes work, and I think they like changed how they like how the governing attributes for different skills works. I'm really curious if they've modified any of the formulas and stuff. There's just like so many different questions that I have that I need to...
Yeah.
Like, I just have to
It's
do,
definitely
like...
interesting.
Yeah.
Do you think they shadow dropped it because they were tired of like the anti-marketing?
I think they just shadow dropped it because it was time for them to shadow drop it. I have a feeling this was... Because remember, Todd Howard has been saying how he wants to just like not market the game. He just wants to be able to release it, do as little marketing as possible. And they sure as shit did as little marketing as possible with this thing. And
So
I think...
But would Microsoft let them do that? It's not really Todd's call anymore, you know?
I know. That's what I'm curious about.
My conspiracy theory is that the leakers are the marketing.
I think so too.
A few of these leakers some of them were like known from other things, but others were like no literal nobodies.
Yeah. I think so too. I think what they're trying to do is test. I'm almost positive this is in some way some sort of marketing campaign that's being tested. Because it makes sense. This is the project to do it with. An established, not even an established...
I hope they don't think that's going to help them.
I don't know.
do they really think that the issue with Starfield was that we streamed the marketing materials?
Yes.
Like, are they kidding?
Absolutely.
That sounds like some never knows best, like, delusional bullshit. Like,
I mean...
those streams had, like, 1,000 viewers apiece. The VODs don't have very many views. I'm gonna say, like, in the grand scheme of things, the stuff we said on those streams did not impact Starfield at launch in the slightest. I think the whole responding to Steam reviews and the lead designer posting on Twitter did more damage to Starfield's critical reception than people reacting to the Starfield Direct. Because everybody loved the Direct when it came out. There's probably still people who think that the Direct was good marketing. So I don't know where this idea of like...
Well, I also think they're just looking at it from a cost-saving perspective. They're like, why spend all this money on this marketing if we don't have to actually do it?
I think it's delusional.
Oop.
And not just as like a person who makes content out of this marketing stuff, but also just like, I really like, Avowed wasn't helped by the fact that they didn't really market it. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's my thought the entire time this is going on is like, man, Avowed really failed.
Yeah. Didn't they say though that like they were happy with its performance or something like that?
They said that about Indiana Jones, and that only had 4 million players, not sales, players.
I just want to know the message that they're putting out there. Because publishers and stuff, they will come out and say, you know, like something underperformed. Square Enix did that with, what was it? The new Life is Strange.
God, what was that? This game looks bad during the day.
I'll be honest.
Like, it was kind of pretty at night, but now it's like that was rough.
We're back to the brown piss filter on everything.
Yeah. This is UE5 Generico. Someone asked why UE5 games all look the same. It has to do with the way that their material renderer works.
Yeah. Maybe I'm curious if they're testing the waters with UE5 as well. Or if this is just like a...
I mean, if they have no standards, then yes, that would be a good idea.
It gives me
I don't know.
It gives me Elder Scrolls Blades vibes. Like, honest to God.
It does, yes. but like
it's a mix of it's a mix of of Blades, ESO, and just UE5 slop. It's incredible.
UE5 looks just as distinct as Source did, but Source had a particular way that it did stuff too, and that's why it looked the way it did. Like, games that are run on the same engine, it's very difficult to make them look like distinct.
Yeah.
Like, Bethesda only ever did it because their art team would start over from scratch. So they never reused, they never really reused assets between games.
Oh man, this fucking stuttering is like out of control right now.
Does the creation engine magic translate to Unreal? Well, we gotta clarify. It's just the graphics rendering that's done in Unreal.
Yeah.
It would be impressive if this was actually an original game. I don't think a lot of people understand why it's not as simple as just, I'll just switch to Unreal and you can make the game. Like, Unreal doesn't by default have the tools they need to make this style of game.
Yeah, they would have to do all sorts of stuff.
They would have to remake all those tools. So
yeah.
Everything that's in the game has like attributes and fields and stuff. They got to recreate all those systems for like flagging and everything. It would be impressive to actually genuinely recreate the entire game in Unreal Engine 5.
Yeah, it's so much work that it really is a question of just practicality. It's like, especially with Bethesda and like how their pipeline works and everything. So they have such a unusual pipeline, which is like basically everything. So, and I'm just stuttering all over the place. Getting 100 FPS and it feels like I have like 50 right now.
So TKS Mantis switching to Elder Scrolls Win.
What
'Cause
happened?
he was like, I want to say 6 months ago, begging for a Fallout 3 remaster. He made a video like because basically it's I can't afford rent if you guys don't make something that I can cover.
I do like.
When Source was big, there were way more engines out there, so it didn't matter so much. Well, it's just what I love about the industry consolidating under the engine is that like this is my what you don't know is this is my grand conspiracy to collapse the industry. So I'm gonna get every AAA developer switched over to Unreal Engine 5, and then I'm gonna make Epic go out of business and kill everybody.
Oh, that's why Unity just like started making really shitty, boneheaded decisions.
Well, Unity never really stood a chance in the AAA market, anyways. It's just not pretty enough out of the box, and
Yeah.
that's really what matters. Is like how fast can you iterate a pretty game so that you're the Justin Truman of your studio is impressed with what you're making. It's good for screenshots. Sad that you're supposed to play it. Yeah, I wonder if the paradigm of like everybody watches games now instead of plays them plays a factor in like there's one guy that has to actually play the shit ass game, and then everybody else is watching him play it.
But then, how are you supposed to make money on that?
It wouldn't be impossible to rewrite several of the game systems, but it would be a huge undertaking. Yeah, and the main thing is the they'd have to pay for them.
Yeah.
Right? So,
And while you're working on that, you know, you can't really be doing anything else. They already made mods to restore the original lighting. Interesting.
finally a game that proves the Starfield and Avowed have no players on Steam because everyone's on Game Pass. People totally wrong. No one played those games. So if this is on Game Pass, it probably has like a huge player base. But that said, yes,
Yeah.
of course, that was cope.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't need this to prove that. Starfield proved it. Starfield had you realize Starfield had 330,000 players at launch, just in the pre-release access period. That was there were like players of Starfield.
No, it wasn't as much as, you know, like Fallout 4 and stuff, but yeah, there was...
I think it was more than Fallout 4.
No, Fallout 4 had it beat. By a considerable... The all-time player count? Well, even at launch, Fallout 4, I think, sold 12 million copies in its first day.
All-time peak, 471,000 on Fallout 4. So, yeah, it does have a peak.
What is this? I don't remember.
Archvent's Tower. It's part of the Thieves Guild.
Oh.
I don't think you're supposed to be able to get in.
Yeah, what?
This is where you get the arrow of extrication, or whatever it's called. The arrow you need as part of the heist. Yeah, there were mods hours after release. Okay, listen, that's not that impressive when it comes to Oblivion. You want impressive mods hours after release? The mod that makes Dark Souls playable on PC was released like 6 hours after the game came out.
Oh, nice. Now I got the dodge ability, which I've seen people like complaining about the dodge ability, and it's like, you know, that existed in vanilla Oblivion, right? It was just a dodge roll.
It was so shit that nobody ever used it.
Yeah. So it's just like,
but that's not really an excuse. Is it better or worse than Avowed? I actually think the dodge was fine in Avowed. That was one of the funny things. There was a Kiwi Farms thread about the Avowed situation I went through, and one of them was like, he's like trying so hard to defend this game where he's just like running in circles and shooting magic, and I was like, I want to know what this person's opinion on like Hexen is. Oh yeah, you're really where you're supposed to be. Like, you need to be on a quest to be here, I'm pretty sure.
yeah. Isn't this...
Like, this is supposed to be locked.
Isn't this the Daedra Mephala thing?
Archved's Tower. Yeah, it's part of Vermina's quest.
Yeah, Vermina. What
The
the?
fort cannot be entered until you've initiated the related quest. You're not supposed to be able to get in here unless you started the quest.
Who'd you say was Vermina?
Vermina. Yeah.
What the?
Well, I'm pretty sure her quest is like level 12 too.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's level 5, but still, you're not. You shouldn't be here.
Well, I'm here. What?
How did it let you in here? I mean, the only thing that keeps the players out is literally just like a lock.
Locked doors.
So it's like for whatever reason the door wasn't locked and you were able to get in here. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if the quest is broken now.
Yeah. Well, this is interesting. Yeah, that's like when I first entered that weird room, I was like, isn't this from that quest? That can't be it, because how would I be in here?
Yeah, I thought Archved's Tower had to do with the Thieves Guild, but once you got to the surreal part, it was like, oh, this is it's not that.
Just got here. What are your thoughts on the remaster so far?
I've run into that a
Worth
lot.
Playing
Okay,
for
okay.
someone who never played Oblivion.
Go to Mana Marco's cave.
Mana Marco's
See if
cave?
Yeah.
Where's that?
It's west of Cloud Ruler Temple.
Okay. Yeah, no, this is straight up. I recognize this. Like, this is. What the f. Alright. So, is it worth playing for someone who never played Oblivion over the original? I've been asking. I've really been wondering that perspective, actually. I've been seeing a lot of people playing it who have never played vanilla Oblivion, but I just don't know. I don't know what that experience would be like.
I think this is for people who. Yeah. I think it's for people who've played Oblivion.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I'm anti-remaster, so.
I mean,
I feel like it seems to me like if this was your first experience, you wouldn't really get why Oblivion was like as popular as it was.
Yeah. But at the same time, it's like it still does capture. Oh wait, I got a message that said I'm trespassing in here. What?
That might be the case in the base.
But then how did I get in here? It was just unlocked. Wait. Isn't this supposed to be on the ceiling?
There's one that's on the ceiling and then one that's on the ground.
Oh, okay. What the how did I even...
Again, so this is just how this stuff works. If you went there in base Oblivion and used the unlock command on that door, you could come in here.
Yeah.
At, like, any time.
I'm just wondering why the door was unlocked.
I feel like if you started with this and never played the original Oblivion, you would think that Oblivion was like overrated for the time period. Like you probably wouldn't get I think, like I said, Oblivion, you have to have those faces on those voice actors saying that dialogue.
Yeah.
You change any component of that chain, it's all fucked. Same with the gameplay, you know.
Well, the thing is that like the voice, like the faces and stuff, they're uncanny, but in a different way now. But I still feel like it captures that spirit. What is going on here? Is there like a... No, I think that was just an artifact. Okay. I thought it was like a sun shaft or something. Whoa. Fuck. Alright, so we're looking for Mana Marco's cave.
Interesting. So when you attack twice, it does a slash and then a stab. That's from the node. I mean, that's probably from something else, but like...
Yeah,
very interesting.
Yeah. I don't know if it actually does anything different, though. I think it's just pure eye candy.
What I want to know is if they're porting it over from the original, how are there changes to this, like stuff like this?
That that's where like I'm really curious where Unreal Engine begins and Gamebryo ends.
Okay, I'm caught up to live. So you're outside Burima. That's Cloud Ruler. Yeah, so it's on like the other side of Cloud Ruler. Actually, I'll pull up the map just to help you out. UASP Oblivion map. I think it Echo Cave.
Echo Cave.
All
There's
right.
Capstone Cave.
Yeah, so go west of Capstone Cave. There'll be Boreal Stone Cave, and beyond Boreal Stone Cave is Echo Cave.
Okay. Yeah, so I don't know if you're watching the stream, but they changed how the compass works, so you can like hover over. Oh yeah, I see Boreal Stone Cave now. Like hover over the things in the compass, and it'll tell you the name of the location. Which as a experienced Oblivion player, I don't really mind because there's really no sense of discovery left for this game world. It's more just remembering where something is. But for a new player, yeah, okay, so there's okay. For a new player, I feel like that kind of spoils the experience. And it goes back to
I don't think it's much. I don't think it's much more than like how it already is. So it is north. It is west northwest of Boreal Stone Cave.
which one? I'm looking for Echo Cave, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I see it.
You got to keep going west. Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah. The
I
compass.
keep getting desynced from what's going on.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, the
What's
compass.
an Echo Cave? Echo Cave is where the final quest of the Mages Guild takes place. So we're seeing if that's unlocked because the arc vent thing was unlocked. What's some
Yeah.
other funny things to check?
Okay, this one does need a key.
Okay. You can
Uh,
walk up steep cliffs now. You no longer need a horse. You could do that in base Oblivion. That's not different.
no, it is a little bit different. They did tweak it a little bit more. You can go up slightly steeper cliffs now. Like in base Oblivion, you couldn't walk off this.
They added clairvoyance but kept the compass marker, so nobody will probably use it like Skyrim. LOL. I think clairvoyance would be simple enough to add, but it doesn't. Clairvoyance just uses the NPC pathing framework to develop it. Okay. Yeah, that is a bit more.
Yeah. Because I have memories of like trying to get to Boethia's shrine and just like
But
the
to be
horror.
clear, I don't remember that. I don't remember Oblivion horses being used to scale cliffs. I'm pretty sure that was just a Skyrim thing.
Yeah, I think that's just a Skyrim thing.
I think Oblivion horses had the same like movement restrictions as the player when it came to climbing cliffs.
Yeah, now you can just like straight up mountain goat though.
So I want to ask, so Frostcrack Spires,
Yes.
how do you get it?
I'll show you how you get it actually. There's a key outside.
120 gigabytes. A real question: did they compress the audio files?
Mark Lampert, we got a question for you.
The fact that they're using two engines at the same time is going to lead to the most annoying fucking discourse about this game. Because it's just impossible. Like, half of the people who are going to want to talk about this will have no ability to comprehend what they're doing with the engines.
Yeah.
Like, so we're just... It almost like makes me not want to talk about it because it's like, I don't want to have to explain over and over what they're doing with the engines. Like, it's more than just, oh yeah, it's just Unreal Engine 5, right? But yeah. Paintbrushes have physics, frowning face. I wonder if you can you still duplication glitch with scrolls?
Nope. That was one of the first things I tested. Which makes me wonder, it's like that had to be patched out.
Yeah, I assume so. Like, it's interesting. I feel like there's going to be a weird time period of figuring out what mods are compatible just based on like the small changes that are made.
Yeah. I got diseased. Do you like the UI?
Yeah, it's very
Do you-
Unreal Engine
do you like-
tutorial from 2018.
Do you like how
Tweet
the
out of,
ingredients are
data.
mixed in with your potions and stuff?
They had to go out of their way to change that. They were separate categories before.
Yeah,
Like they were separate categories in this tab. Is that true in the miscellaneous tab too? Is it just one big category now?
yeah. Maybe is there? No, I don't see any way to like split it into different categories.
What the fuck? Red Letter Media made a video titled Original Movies in 2025. Oops, all flops. But the examples in the thumbnail are from, I think that's The Electric State, which is an adaptation of a book, and Snow White, which is obviously a live-action remaster of an animated movie. So those aren't original movies. I'm not sure why they picked those as the examples. Maybe they make a point out of it, but... Sorry, I was seeing if I could set a goal for you.
Well, for like super chats?
I wonder what the super chat goal. I wonder what the justification is going to be for this game's success and Avowed and Indiana Jones's failures. I think it's going to be one of those things where Microsoft doesn't talk about it, and then they just like hope it goes away.
Man.
Red Letter Media has fallen off hard in the last 5 years. Bro, you're where I'm at like 8 years ago. We were saying that when they...
Oh no.
Like, people were saying that when they
there it
reviewed
is.
The Force Awakens. Like, Red Letter Media is, they're doing the... Ah, fuck, I forget his name, but the downward spiral thing where it's just... Eventually, if you're a Red Letter Media fan long enough, you will eventually think that they've just fallen off. But like you're still gonna come back and watch the occasional video they make.
Rooster Teeth?
No,
H3.
not Rooster Teeth.
H3.
Okay, listen. The content nuke was really good. I'm glad you brought that up because I was thinking about bringing that up apropos of nothing because I listened to a reaction to the content cop. And that was one of the worst fucking videos I've ever like interacted with. Like this motherfucker retired content cop because he was being too unfair, and then he brings it back because he knows he wouldn't have gotten views otherwise, and it's literally the least fair one that he's done. The one where he spends 50 minutes basically just making the point that white people should be able to say the N-word too was a more fair video than... Okay, that's not what that one was about, but the point is, he goes on this big spiel about how, like, he needs to be more fair, and then, like, this is literally the one where he's got no receipts, the timeline's all fucked up, the order doesn't make any sense. If you know nothing about this controversy, it would be so confusing. It literally sounds like every sentence he's saying is, "You didn't invite Emily to the birthday party, Ethan?" Like that's literally what it sounds like. It's just like, yeah, my feelings were hurt when you stopped following me on Twitter. And it's like the video that he's responding to is about the Israel-Palestine conflict and how Hassan Piker platforms terrorists. And he's responding to it with like, well, it was really upsetting when you stopped following Frogan. Like, it's such a bad fucking video.
Alright.
And he does that typical like breadtuber thing of like, he says the content nuke is a bad video, not because it's bad, but just because he doesn't agree with it. Sorry, I went on a ramp there.
We got it. Yeah, I don't actually watch any H3. We got a
You know,
lovely
I do. Okay. Um,
What do I want? I don't think strength is even going to do anything for me because my damage scales off of agility.
interesting. This completely changes the theory crafting.
Yeah. Oh, so you know what's also interesting is that luck, 1 point takes 3 virtues.
I mean, that makes sense because you can only level luck once per level, anyways.
Yeah. So that's how they accounted for it. So it's like,
but yeah, that's in line with base. Base. It seems to be about respecting the original approach.
Yeah.
Because you can't make a character as powerful as that's interesting. I wonder how this gels with the level scaling system because you can't make a character as powerful at like level 15 as you can in base Oblivion.
That's what I'm curious about. I need to really play this game and see like how level scaling starts to seep into everything.
This is funny because that open night guy was giving me shit for like having a level where I only had 4 endurance instead of 5. And now you can't even get like 15 attribute ups.
Yeah, it's only 12 now.
But okay. I was gonna say,
so
you should actually watch that Hassan Piker content nuke.
All right. Yeah. So you know.
Wait.
The door is just locked with an average lock. So you could just pick the lock if you didn't want to find the key. But yeah, the key is just like right over here. There's a little camp here. Just go into this chest.
This is Creation Club tier.
But
I'm glad they changed it.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like it's sloppy, but it's still better than base game. And that's that's like kind of the thing with a lot of the changes that they made is like under normal.
I don't know. Think about this as a new player.
Yeah.
Like this would make no fucking sense, and it would be like it would seem like, is this how Oblivion was? Like, why did people put up with this? Like without the context that Frostcrack Spire was an add-on that was sold.
That's what I'm curious about. Like, and that's ultimately what I wonder about remasters and stuff. It's like, who is it for? Because I'm playing this right now. I mean, like, I guess as like a new player, you would. I don't know. I don't know. I could see people actually liking this in some way. You know what they really did now? This is a perfect time for them to release this. Because there's just like nothing else. There's nothing else going on right now. Yeah, there's Frostcrack Spire. That's how you get into it.
Interesting. Okay. Cool. I'm not going to be around forever, so if you...
Yeah, I'm not planning on doing this.
Well, I was telling... No, I was telling chat if they have any questions about what's going on, what I'm doing, or what have you.
Let's see Leywin. See, because this is what I'm enjoying about this remaster, is just going to locations like this and being like, does it still have the spirit? Oh,
go ahead, please.
Oh. I
don't know if I'm a fan of the loading screens.
It's the eyes. Yeah, the loading screens aren't all that great.
Ooh.
It's the eyes.
Hang on. Yeah, talk to Kalthar. Wow. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Oh my god. It's the eyes and the weird face. Like nobody's cheekbones actually do that.
Yeah.
Won't deal with anyone who openly uses it.
But his voice acting is the same.
Listen, it's authentic. They're nailing how fucking weird this guy looks.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
by a blue.
that's the thing. That's the thing. Is like,
My name is Agata. I'm responsible
actually, she
for
looks
enchanted
pretty
item recharge for the guild
decent,
here
but
in
she also looked pretty
Wasteland.
decent in Vanilla Oblivion as well. Like she looks.
He looks
just-
like the meme JD Vance.
You too.
What?
Yeah, so this is funny because it's like in Vanilla Oblivion, he had like a really huge forehead, and in here he has just like really wide cheekbones and like this jaws.
Yeah, the talking to people is gonna would throw me off. It feels uncanny compared to the rest of the graphical like changes.
Oh no, but that's what's so funny is like because Vanilla Oblivion also is just uncanny. This is just like a like
Pardon me.
I don't know if it's deeper in the Uncanny Valley.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I would say it's deeper in the Uncanny Valley. And the fucking like animations and stuff, like the weird idle animations they make during conversations and stuff, like just, that.
Do you think
that
it
is
would be weird
Blades.
The Leowin
for
treaty
somebody
is
who
just
had never
too
seen
long.
Oblivion characters
Gail
before?
isn't much of a mentor
To see
or
this?
She isn't even
Have you
Yeah.
seen the Argonians?
Why is the seal of Akatosh on the sewer gate? I mean, like, why do they put like
Yeah.
presidents on
Hello.
manhole covers? You know, like
Hello.
Good afternoon.
just the way it is.
Is there an Argonian in this
What?
school?
No, but it's Leowin.
Yeah,
You
I'm in
just walk the
Leowin.
street.
Yeah. The Argonians are like something out of a nightmare.
They kind of look like slightly higher quality ESO NPCs.
Yes. No, like I said, this game visually looks like Unreal Engine slop,
A coin for an old
ESO, and Blades.
saving up enough for some medicine.
I really can't believe how much mileage I'm getting out of playing Blades. I was doing it as like a joke, but I swear, like, the more, like, now that I've played it, I'm seeing it everywhere. Ah, here we go.
My name is
Oh my
Lee.
god.
Have you seen that no
It's...
I think they ruined it.
God
I think they ruined
knows
Leowin. Oh man. Listen, it's different types of Khajiit, okay? What? She looks like a furry. She looks like a what do they call them? Anthropes?
What? I moved him, but I didn't do anything.
Ooh, yeah, okay.
It wasn't me.
She's rough. The guy in the background's alright, but that's
Never.
not what they look like in Skyrim, which is weird.
Take care.
No, it's...
I'm listening.
It's like the art style is all over the place. Yeah, Leowin got...
Well, I mean,
Leowin got butchered.
listen, did you play Starfield? That's authentically Bethesda.
Yeah, Leowin got butchered.
They're a little too dinosaur. You
Yes.
know what I mean? Like
Yes.
the shape of the face, the snout's too long. They look like fucking furries. Or scalies or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
So with the faces are too long. Because furries have that jawline style that they do. Skyrim wasn't going for realism. Are you smoking crack? What?
See, this looks good. This is the dichotomy of this remaster. You have Outside, which is just a travesty, and then you have this, which is it's authentic to the original game. Like this is it just better.
Yeah, the church interiors were always good.
Mm-hmm.
Like they looked ahead of the time when they came out.
Yeah.
What does Pat
And
mean?
then-
They always look like furry bait. No, they have that fucking snout that furries have, where they have like a really long and pronounced jawline. I guess they don't have the bedroom eyes. That's iconic in the furry art style, but it still looks like, I don't know if you've ever seen, there was a shit post of they pretended that they were remastering the Tauren to look more like furries from WoW. That's kind of what it reminded me of.
It's a pretty town, and everyone is really friendly. Except maybe some.
Yeah, I don't know. The Khajiit. See, the thing is, Khajiit looked terrible in Oblivion. They looked terrible in Skyrim.
I hard disagree.
Really?
I love the pseudo they look like house cats kind of. I love those faces.
In
I think
Skyrim?
yeah. So I think Skyrim did the humanoid beast races the best.
Yeah. For me, with the exception is
Well, there's only two
Khajiit.
options, so
Oh, right. Orcs don't count as beast race. They're goblin.
yeah.
They're goblin folk, technically.
But I do like how because the Khajiit and Argonians in Skyrim, they're not furry bait in the way they look. They look like animals. Like the furry art style is about putting slightly human attributes on because you're like sexualizing them. But whereas like
the
Khajiit in Skyrim looks like a cat man.
I thought the Khajiit in Skyrim just looked like they were just trying to pack way too much fidelity into what those models could do. We're gonna go check out.
I get that because I think the challenge.
It's kind of like it's kind of like just like a visual mess. That's what I didn't like about the Khajiit.
Why does the entire game look like trash? I mean, that's the issue with outsourcing remasters is that
yeah.
But Bethesda has this issue as well. Like if you play Starfield and you look at a random art in the set, it's going to be drastically different from other stuff. So like
if you showed me this screenshot, I would think this was AI generated.
I don't know. I kind of like Bruville. I kind of like it. I think it is a vibe.
Really? You see, and
yeah, it's the pathing. It's like the changes to the terrain and the pathing. They look more like it's city streets that are used. It's the lighting changes.
Okay.
This does feel like kind of a I don't know. I like it. It looks better than Starfield, right? No. Because like Starfield. No, I gotta disagree. But my point with Starfield was we talked about this in the marketing. How the aliens, the person who made the aliens and the person who made the suits and the person who made the ships weren't talking to each other, and so like there's a huge like art style shift between each of those concepts.
Okay, actually, I take back my reservations. They like weathered the chapel and stuff. They made it like grungier.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm digging now. Now I'm digging this.
No, this is better than base Breville.
Yeah. No. I take it back now.
I would actually live in the Breville house now if this is what it looks like.
It's giving me Red Dead vibes.
Okay. I haven't played it and I won't get the chance to play it for a long time, so I am reserving my opinion. I can only go off of what I've seen.
I think they remodeled this a little bit. I remember this part just being like a sheer vertical cliff. I think they like smoothed this out and like landscape this.
I can't say what mile I'm at, but what I will say is the fact that I'm talking about it means that I have done more miles than most people will ever do on a bike on this trip. So think of that what you will. Like I would not be embarrassed if I had to stop because it's still like pretty impressive. Right, obviously, I would be shattered. I would kill myself, but...
Let's see what it looks like in the daytime now.
We should check out all the cities.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm gonna do now. We'll check them out.
I want to see Anvil and Skingrad and...
Anvil has the piss filter really hard.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh man! Oh no! Gross! What?
No.
I can't believe this is Steam Deck verified. Valve is corrupt. Steam Deck verification is literally just it's an auto. I think it's automated. It just checks if the game can run on the Steam Deck, like if the executable functions and. Well, no, verified is when they check the controls and stuff. Is it the yellow one or the green one? The yellow one's automatic. The green one, I think there is an approvals process for it. First looks pretty good. I'm not gonna say that you shouldn't dislike this. I don't like the concept of remasters. I don't think as nice as Brazil looks that justifies making this.
Yeah, no, just if you're gonna spend that money, just do a spin-off. If you're gonna give it to some other studio, all right, let's check out Skingrad.
Red Letter Media was bad from their first Phantom Menace review. LOL. Okay, this is insane, Cope. Hard disagree.
Is this wall?
I will say you should dislike this.
That doesn't look correct.
Nope. They killed it. They killed the vibe.
Yeah, no, this is a different vibe.
How do you fuck Skingrad? That was like the best city. Wait.
Go ahead.
I think it goes to show how much an art style change can change the vibe of a city. But because
Not just
the way this looks, there needs to be more NPCs to fill it out.
yeah.
Right? It works better in Oblivion because it kind of matches the number of NPCs that are out and about. But like, this is too nice.
This feels like a ghost town.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't even have to be the art style. Just the changing of light, like just the lighting changes completely alters how it looks.
Wow. Oblivion Remastered flips the script. Brazil now best city.
How do you do?
All right, let's check.
Is this still using Radiant AI? Yes.
Yep.
I'm almost gonna think that like we're gonna have to ban engine talk because it's just not productive to stream this and have to explain over and over.
Join us and do well by doing good.
Yeah, that's why I was considering doing like a video instead, but I don't really have time to, because I know if I was going to do a video, I'd start getting too into it and everything. I'm just like, no, just do a live stream.
Okay,
I just want to give people,
fine.
I just want to give people like a look at it, if they're considering it or not, if they're considering buying it or not, if they're waiting to hear my opinions on it. That's what this stream's all about. It's just like try and give people enough information that they can make a decision.
I don't think you need better graphics though to play Oblivion. Like I said, it's a package deal. Oblivion needs to look the way that it does to sell the vibe. That's why I've never like graphics modded Oblivion.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never messed with graphic mods. Not even like NPCs and stuff. It's like no. The NPCs are supposed to look ugly as shit. But what I said in the beginning of the stream is that I don't regret this purchase because, like, what we're doing right now, just going around looking at like what's changed, what's ugly, what's not. It feels like I'm playing Oblivion again for the first time. There's just like that same sort of sense of wonder, and like when I see something that's ugly, I'm not disappointed.
It's more like visiting the town you grew up in.
Yeah.
Like 20 years later.
Yeah. That's a good way of putting it.
You're seeing all the like a bunch of houses have been repainted, and there's like urban renewal projects, and like.
Oh, we didn't see Skin.
Obviously, you've changed a bit as a person. I am enjoying myself, but I'm so desperate for anything that isn't ESO, Fallout, or Starfield. Well, see, from what I've seen, it's authentic enough to the original Oblivion gameplay-wise that, like, it's just an excuse for some people to replay Oblivion.
Yes.
Like, you've exhausted Oblivion of content because that's not difficult to do, and you're just looking for a new reason.
That's exactly what I said in the beginning. Is I have not really played Oblivion for pleasure, for fun, since I did my Oblivion video. Hey, Oblivion's tapped out for me. I've played it to death. So to have this, just me running around seeing like, oh, what does this NPC look like? Oh, what does this like house look like? What does this city look like? Like that's enough for me to be like, yeah, I'm
Night
enjoying
Anvil's
this.
all right.
It looks, you know, it's actually pretty good at night.
See, the thing with the ugly NPCs for me is that I can play a game for an hour and then that's just how people look. I don't know if it's like because I've
Yeah.
seen so many cartoons and anime where it's like obviously like in the Venture Brothers, that's not how people look, but you watch the show for a season and then it's just like, yeah, those are people. Like that's what people look like there. Like and then it's the same thing with Oblivion for me. It's like there's an hour it takes an hour to get used to it and then I'm just face blind. Like
Yeah.
Fallout 3 has ugly NPCs too, and I don't see it anymore
Yeah.
because I've played so much of Fallout 3 in New Vegas that like, yeah, that's just what people look like.
I like this foggy.
What's it
This
like during the
is-
day?
this is a
Ugly.
vibe.
It's better. It's
Yeah,
better at night.
No. This is definitely better at night. But we'll go
So
to
if you like the thief playstyle, I guess this game is for you because it does have a good vibe. Whereas like during the day, it looks like Unreal Engine 5 shitcore.
Yeah. let's bring out the piss filter.
The remake NPCs obviously look better. Oh God, no! They look uncanny.
Yeah.
And there's like, what's the debate on them looking better? Like I said, the dialogue is poorly written and the voice acting is bad. So putting those through the face of like a conventionally attractive NPC is
It would
like
make it even more uncanny.
like imagine for a second that you had cyberpunk NPCs saying Oblivion Thieves Guild dialogue. It just wouldn't look right.
Okay, well,
What the fuck?
the foggy
They need to
weather,
get the smog problem under control.
the fog is actually, I feel, making it actually look better than when I saw it the other day. When I saw it yesterday.
But yeah, like I said, Oblivion's a package deal. You change any component of the package and it just like kind of ruins it for me.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean that this doesn't have novelty, but it's like if you asked me
Oh, here's Rat Lady.
Oblivion,
Ready to hear her voice acting?
I'd have to listen to myself, so no. But sure.
You can't imagine the fuss some people make.
I don't sound Xbox 360 bad, you fucks.
You're kind of close. You're pushing it. Yeah, this is very very brown.
Okay, it's weird, but I wouldn't say that it's bad. I don't know. Original Dunmer voice actor was kind of iconic. So she still has lines somewhere in the game, right?
Yes. Yeah. They just like certain NPCs kept the lines, some of them they changed.
I was wondering if there was like an issue with paying the voice actors again, or what? Like, because someone said the necrophiliac lady was changed too, and I'm like, you can't change the necrophiliac lady. She's got to have that original voice.
Yeah, I know.
Like, if anybody's gonna have her voice, it needs to be that character because the joke only works because
that's
that delivery.
That's what the rat lady is too. When she says the rat lines and stuff, it just does not.
Mm-hmm.
It does not hit the same
I
way.
agree. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
this
Okay.
is...
I can see that. It's still shit. It looks like an ESO city.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not that bad, but
That's still.
did they remove the "Can I do that line again" line? I'm pretty sure that line got removed in a patch for Oblivion.
Yeah.
I don't think that's in the current version of Oblivion anymore.
One of my favorite things about
changed it.
Anvil was the interiors. And
Yeah, I haven't seen an interior yet. Oh, console command and go in the house. I want to actually,
Oh,
yeah, go. I want to
Benares.
see Benares Manor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, good sir.
I guarantee they were debating whether or not to add pedestrian injection. No way. They were not going to do generic NPCs.
Nah.
There's not enough changed about the gameplay to me that like something like that would be on the table. Dot dot dot. Please try the color mods. This guy's been dot dot dot. Please do color correction. But like we're streaming for like a couple hours. I gotta leave in like 20 minutes if I want to have dinner. You know, like
All right, let's see.
we're getting steak tonight.
Ooh.
I gotta get the protein. Hmm. So yesterday, I reached a low point where I realized that I had had so much gas station food that I was like, I had zero appetite, and that I needed to have real food. And mind you, real food for me is like Taco Bell at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah, I need.
Not a fan. Not a fan. Where's
Well,
the,
okay,
like...
hang on. This is before you do the quest, where it's like all the stuff's knocked over and what have you.
No. But the thing is, this place always had like this really cool like green sort of tint from like the windows. The window tint is different. These used to be like this like weird like turquoise sort of, and it would like just make the
It did help the vibes because ghosts show up obviously.
Yeah. So I'm not.
Also, for some reason, console commands disable achievements. That's been standard since Fallout 4 and then Skyrim Special Edition.
Yeah.
And I think it has to do with the Xbox ecosystem, I think. It's weird, yes. I think it has to do with Windows 10, because there's technically Xbox, like, integration.
I got nothing to eat.
But also, like, who cares about achievements? I hate to be one of those guys, but
Remember, this was the funniest part of the Concord thing, was that there were PlayStation players who were happy that Concord closed down because they got the rare achievements from it, and were like, they acted like they were speculators who had like pulled the One Ring, but like in reality, they have fucking a rare achievement where they threw themselves off a cliff 30 times in Concord.
oh, delivering the amulet.
The Chestnut Handy Stables now offers
Oh, this is.
your horse. Seems handy enough.
It feels like very.
On his way to become a gamer lich,
Open
Jesus
here.
fucking Christ.
And I'm sure
Well, okay, the thing about being on the road all day, like riding your bike for 8 hours, yesterday I went past 5,000 calories for the day. When you need when you need to eat that much, you like pizza becomes like the most amazing superfood. It's got all the macros you need. Like you literally just have to spam calories. Like what some guys do is they drink half a gallon of chocolate milk in the morning.
Ah, the.
Like as part of their wake up routine, because that's like 1,600 calories right there.
My friend, he was in the army and stuff, and he said like they literally just like force feed you chocolate milk every day. All right,
Yeah, because it's got a lot of fat, protein, and then the chocolate milk, because it's chocolate, it's got so much sugar in it, so it hits the 3 big macros.
All right, so Coral at night, it's fine. I'm realizing a lot of the...
It's very generic. It looks like a mid Xbox One era fantasy game.
Yeah, which, to be fair, that is kind of Coral. Oh God.
Honestly, rip Sky Oblivion, we hardly knew you. No, I think there will still be a market for Sky Oblivion just because there's so much more authenticity in their art style.
And it's also like a reimagining.
Hello.
Oh God.
Chat's
God.
kind of retarded, not gonna lie. Oh Jesus, with the smog. Like, why are the days like this? Yeah, and I think I know why. It's like it reminds me of The Witcher, like the TV show. Like it's very generic, like low fantasy. This is what the medieval era looked like during the day. Like This is like hack art direction
This is
for like a
what
fantasy setting.
this is
It
what
doesn't match Oblivion.
no. This is what the UK looks like all the time.
Sky Oblivion isn't $50 fucking.
Yeah, that too.
I
Okay,
I think there's more to it than that. I think it's also just that like Sky Oblivion, like the authenticity of how hard somebody works on something comes through in the finished product, and
yeah.
Sky Oblivion will almost assuredly have much more effort poured into it.
Yeah. It's also like a reimagining, so like they're recreating
Uh,
all the different like dungeons
are
and
you gonna
everything
do
like that.
Burma next? Because someone requested Shaden Hall.
I'm just trying to like re-roll the weather.
I like that they kept the slow ass clock.
Mm-hmm. Alright, we'll go check out Shaden Hall. No, we'll stop at Bruma first. It's along the way.
This will be a nightmare to mod. Sky Oblivion won't. I wouldn't necessarily say that, because we still don't have Sky Oblivion. We don't know necessarily how well it works with the CK, whereas people are already modding this. Like
What the fuck is going on with my lighting right now?
in theory, if you figure out the changes that you need to make, you can run the Oblivion dungeon mod in this.
What is
Like, and I don't want
what is this shadow?
what's going on here?
What is I am the darkness.
Nice.
Have you seen the
Nice little shader issue.
yeah, have you seen this backtracking animation?
I have not. Let's I gotta wait for it to
Yeah,
catch
wait
up.
for it to catch up. If you get it right, he
I'm
starts.
noticing TAA. Ooh. Hang on. If you just play that backwards, that's the Morrowind walk animation.
What if you just go like this? Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because it's that like dinosaur strut that they do in Morrowind.
Okay, so it's hard for me to judge Bruma with this weird shader bug.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. It kind of looks shit. We gotta go tonight, unless we already.
yeah,
I don't think I saw it at night. Also, interiors.
yeah, I'm not really. It feels like an amusement park. Like everything looks too clean and like presentable.
So you see, okay, listen. We were speculating
Everything's
about the
made out of
marketing. I have the
foam.
answer. Okay. Are you ready for the answer as to why they didn't market this? You see, this is too good. They thought this was going to fail because there's too much quality here. Like, this is a product that people would actually consider buying. This game's not shit enough for them to think that it would be a success, right? Because Microsoft thinks backwards. They're a lolcow company. So like anytime they have success, they don't market it. And anytime they have a failure, like they pull out all the stops.
That's a screenshot there.
This is not worth $50. Listen, I'm sorry.
Oh,
I know it's still 2019 where you live, where you haven't been hit with that 8% yearly inflation and tariffs yet, but $50 doesn't buy what it used to. I'm fucking feeling it on this trip, by the way.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm noticing the economic changes.
All right, that's Burma.
The trailer for this remaster was hilarious. They acted like Oblivion saved the company, completely ignoring Morrowind. No, hang on. I don't think that's actually wrong. Like, I know that everybody loves the Morrowind saved Bethesda. Saving Bethesda was 2 steps. Morrowind kept them alive. That's not saving the company.
Wait.
Right? They're still in subsistence.
Expedition 33 is releasing tomorrow.
What's Expedition 33?
My point. I
Is
rest
that-
my
Is
case.
that game you linked to me? You linked me the Steam page for another game and said Game Pound Effect.
Oh, no. That was South of Midnight. Yeah, that was another game that they just did not market, really. And probably got killed by Game Pass.
No, Microsoft is fucking stupid. They don't know how to market anything.
That's why they're trying to test this to
But-
see if you can just not market
But
and just leak
this
everything.
looks alright. Talk to me about this, okay? Oblivion saving Bethesda, yes or no? I think yes, because while Morrowind brought them back from the brink, they still weren't like,
Yeah,
all
they
that
weren't.
secure with
They were.
finances.
Yeah, Oblivion pretty much made them a household name. Like Morrowind bought them enough to be able to make Oblivion. Oblivion is what started their journey to become a multi-billion-dollar buyout. Whoa, my frame rate.
Yo,
Yeah.
literally who is releasing No Way. But the only reason that you think it's literally who is because they haven't marketed this.
Yeah.
Like,
This.
what the fuck is hang on, I'm gonna look at it. What's Expedition 33?
What the fuck?
This is ESO Town, definitely.
It's like, it's ESO. It's also giving me like new World of Warcraft vibes. I think it's a purple. What is
Yeah, it's the purple. It's not really new World of Warcraft though. But... No, this is like this is a town in Teldrassil.
Yeah, Teldrassil.
Yeah, you're just seeing color.
Yeah.
Quote, Claire Obscure Expedition 33 is
What
a must-play for turn-based
fuck?
RPG fans.
What is this? Hello? Toggle free cam? TFC? I guess that's not... Oh, wait. Wasn't it a, Whatever, TLC should let me do it? Am I targeting something? Oh, I might be.
Isn't this just a $50 USD graphics mod? Yes and no. There are also like mechanical changes.
Whatever, I can't figure it out. I'm just...
But I mean, like, that's what remasters are. I don't know what more you expect.
I'm just looking at the... like the tile work on the roofs there. Why?
I haven't caught. The concept that you're from the ground up going to remake Oblivion, it sounds like it sounds so fucking stupid that Microsoft would almost do it. What is going on with those tiles?
Yeah. I got
This isn't the creation engine. True, this is Gamebryo. Chat, ban that. Mods, ban that person. We said no engine talk. This is gameplay Gamebryo. The renderer is UE5. Or EU5. No, UE5. This is not Europa Universalis 5.
Right. I feel like I gotta start ranking the cities. So...
Breville number 1 somehow?
Yeah, I would say Breville. Oh, we haven't looked at Kavach. Alright, we'll go to
Yeah, that sounds like a horror story. Like they're gonna butcher the vibes of Kavach.
yes, I would say Breville is number 1, as in it's the only one that actually...
Am I crazy, or do features give anyone else AI generated vibes?
Oh yeah.
Listen, don't undersell the hard work of like shitty artists.
No, I was saying that about like some of the areas.
Virtuos is like a slop remaster studio, aren't they? Like this is just all they do. Like, yeah, of course it looks AI generated. It's soulless.
I haven't looked at anything else, but that they've done.
Why is Patrician talking through a potato? Because, listen,
Maybe she could teach me how to.
I'm calling from the Wi-Fi at your mom's house.
I gotta play.
Real artists can make the shitty AI slop too.
I gotta play ESO.
Oh yeah, by the way, to answer that guy's question, if we raise $50,000 on the fundraiser when the video goes up in a few months, I will start playing ESO. But we have to raise $50,000 for St. Jude's. If you don't raise that, I'm not gonna start playing ESO yet.
Oh my god. It's the first time I'm hearing about that.
Yeah, I'm doing the charity bike ride for St. Jude's. I'm donating $1 for every mile I ride, and then if everybody else comes together and donates the other $46,000, then I'll start playing ESO. Well, you're not supporting me. You're supporting the kids with cancer. I don't get any of the fucking charity money. I'm not the completionist. I'm not gonna fucking get like 6 years of interest payments on 600 grand. I don't touch the money.
Do you have a link for that?
Well, it's gonna be the video, so no.
Okay. Oh, right. You're gonna do the fundraiser thing through it.
Yeah. So it's pretty simple. You just set the video as a fundraiser for St. Jude's, and it's like basically set up.
Okay.
You just doomed yourself. You know, there's part of me that like, okay, listen, I'm not Private Sessions. Private Sessions said that he would play Starfield for $50. Okay? I feel like 50,000 is enough to like that it's not going to happen, but if you call my bluff, then like I'll still get to say that I raised more money for charity than Creator Clash 2. So actually, me donating $4,000 to charity when this bike ride is over is going to be more money to charity than Creator Clash 2.
Nice.
By St. Jude's, by the way, they're basically like the best charity in terms of like how they handle the money and what have you. And I mean, it's a pretty understandable cause. It's kids with cancer in like a children's hospital, so like you can't really beat that.
Yeah, it's.
What is it, citizen?
Good to see you.
Here we are, where it all began.
Is looking for someone to chase the bandits from Camp A.
I'm looking forward to playing this more, though. I'm very curious about gameplay changes and just all the little changes and everything like that. I'm gonna be living in the UASP, goddamn.
Disgusting creatures. I hope to never see another.
But yeah. I guess,
I'm interested to see how the attribute changes pans out.
yeah, that's that I'm most interested in, is seeing how level scaling works. There's just so much. Like I said, it feels like I'm playing Oblivion again for the first time, because it's just like I'm just running around everywhere, just being like, what's different here?
Hey, I just discovered empathy at 32, so now I'm going to make a bad faith video in defense of my millionaire socialist friends. That's my favorite part of the iDub story, is that he talks about how he discovered empathy at 32. Oh yeah, I'll say it because I've been thinking it a lot. iDubbbz talking about therapy is the same as like somebody who's becomes a born again Christian.
Oh.
The way he talks about how like therapy will improve your life is literally the same shit as like, yeah, Christ is going to improve your life if you convert.
Oh. That's not good. As somebody, I've been considering, so I haven't even addressed that I've been gone for like basically a year and stuff. Yeah, I basically just took like a hiatus. I was focusing on like my mental health and everything, because I had issues last November and everything, blah, blah, blah. Doing a lot better now, doing very well now. But yeah, I just need to like a year off basically. I was also working on other projects, but they just kept falling through for one reason or another. So a lot of them just didn't pan out. It's just very bad luck. But yeah, no, to hear something like that makes me wonder if like I should talk about my experiences and stuff because yeah, spoiler
think
alert,
that
I
when
don't look at therapy like that.
well, yeah, I think that there's not really much to gain from talking about it because everybody's journey is very personal. There's not like therapy's not a cure-all that's going to help you with your conditions. So
Correct.
like I'm probably a narcissist, but the thing is I've already learned how to live with that.
Mm-hmm.
So going to therapy, like they're not going to cure my narcissism. So
Yeah.
why would I go?
Yeah. Um, yeah, therapy is very, it depends on the person. For me, it was very transformative, but at the same time, I did like 90% of the work. Like therapy was really
Yeah.
just there just to point things out to
Well,
me,
like
and then I went and took care of it. That's how
and
it
the
worked for
point
me.
he
It's
seems to
not,
be making is that if he just went to therapy, he would have a different opinion on the Israel-Palestine conflict.
what the fuck?
Like, yeah, that's the type of thing that they talk about at therapy. It's very dumb.
uh, no, but it's,
How do you know without trying? Well, the thing is that like my narcissism doesn't influence my life in such a degree that I would like need to improve my situation. That's the other component of it.
well, yeah, one of the things is like, are your issues inhibiting your life? Is it making it so that you can't live a normal, healthy life that you're happy
Mhm.
with, right? That's ultimately what it comes down to. Are you actually
But yeah,
happy or not?
he started going to therapy so that he could learn empathy at 32, and then concluded that he needs to be nicer, and one way to be nicer is to say that the guy needs to get his ass kicked. So the funniest thing it happened in that
I
video.
don't even know how
So
you
you think
learn empathy.
you don't? It's a retarded thing to say. It's just an excuse for making a heel turn from being somebody that used to say slurs, which he likes to pretend that's the only reason people watched him, and it wasn't. Like that's not why I watched him.
Mm-hmm.
But the funniest thing happened. So Ethan Klein did this apology, and there was a guy that grades apology, and he gave him an A+ on it. And so like
What the
Ethan does this bit where he like brags about having an A+ apology because like it's funny. It's funny to brag that you have a 10 out of 10 like apology score because it's not a very humble thing to do. So like it's a good bit. So iDubbbz he flies to Seattle and shows this guy like out of context clips from his podcast to try to get him to change the score on his apology. And the psychologist like watches that and is like, I'm not changing the score on this apology. I think his behavior is bad based on what you showed me, but I'm not going to change the apology score. And then he plays a clip that's like, oh, this guy stinks, and it talks about how it sucks that he didn't play along with that. And it's like, why did you post this? Why would you admit that you flew to Seattle to get a guy to change his apology score just for it not to work out? And he wanted it to be changed to a B-, so it would be lower than iDubbbz's own apology score. Like it's the dumbest fucking thing
What
that he
the fuck did
that
they?
he posted.
What did they do to my room? This is completely different. It's no longer like the weird dungeon that it always felt like. I would always come in here and like just do duplication glitches and stuff like that. This is like my
No, the content cop was very cringe. There were parts that were difficult to get through. I don't remember this room from the base game, so I'm gonna have to take your word for it.
I've spent a lot of time in this room. It used to feel like a closet, and now it's different. I don't know.
Did Acer
I don't know if
Thorne
I
ever
like it or not.
apologize? I don't think he did. I was thinking about the Patrician TV Rogues Gallery. which I mean is like 3 people, but still.
The what?
My rogues gallery, all the like channel villains.
Oh. Might as well rest. Yeah, I'm gonna start heading off.
All right. So the moral of the story is therapy is cringe.
Yes.
Find Jesus.
Yes.
Find Jesus. Convert your friends to Jesus. How to check up on Nickname Nick. He wasn't really in the rogues gallery. That guy was just a locale.
There we go.
All I know about iDubbbz is that he's a YouTuber and Sam Hyde mind broke him. I think I've been thinking about the trajectory, like what was the point that iDubbbz broke? And the Sam Hyde, I really like he lost reputation with that. So are you gaining the correct amount of health every level? Like how much health did you start with versus how much you have?
I actually...
No, listening to the H3 iDubbbz drama is like super engaging when you're on a bike all day.
I haven't been tracking my health increases. That's something
What health are you at? And I can probably gauge.
I'm at 108, but I don't know what the starting value was.
I think it's somewhere around 40. It's your character's endurance or something. Hang on. Oblivion character creation. My God. Does Oblivion have a character creator tool? Okay, there. Oblivion character planner. What are you, Dunmer?
Yeah.
What was your major attributes?
Intelligence, or it was like intelligence and agility or something like that. Or willpower and agility.
Male dark elf. Wait, does gender matter?
No, gender doesn't, but they added subcultures. I think that's where the gender difference, because the gender used to matter. It doesn't anymore.
I think you have the right amount of health.
Okay.
Was endurance changed to add health retroactively? If it was, I think he'd have more. I think that retroactive health gain is the worst solution to the endurance problem.
Yeah.
I've always thought that. It's the laziest solution. If you don't know, chat, I was messing with post WoW video and a Morrowind rebalance thing, and I was changing how health gain worked, and so I was thinking a lot about how you solve the endurance problem. Listen, it's a tough nut to crack.
Anyways, I'm gonna head off. Thank you everybody for coming out.
All right.
I hope this stream was able to help some people decide whether they're gonna buy it or not. If you got any last minute questions,
or pirate it.
It's 120 gigs. I wouldn't try doing that.
You'd be surprised.
But, yeah, be interesting to see like in a
private
year
session
or two.
space reveal soon.
Sure. What was I gonna say? The Skyrim video, Skyrim Part 3, is already up for patrons. So you go to my Patreon, donate $2.99, get the video early, and then cancel it. If not, Friday goes live for everybody, for the public. Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It'll be an instant release. No premiere, live stream, or anything like that. So once it's out, it's out. And yeah, that's all I really got for you guys. I don't know if I'm going to be doing any more live streams anytime soon. I'm gonna fall into working on the next Skyrim video, and apparently playing this more.
I'll do my thing. No, there's no stream. There's no upcoming streams. I'm in the middle of a charity ride across the country. But it's content related. I'm visiting places from the Fallout games, so there will be a video of that later this year, though. And then once I get back, I'll start streaming again. Anything else?
That's all I got.
All right.
All right.
$50,000 to the charity, and private sessions will start playing ESO.
You mean you're gonna start playing ESO and you're gonna rope me into it? That's how that's gonna work.
Yeah, that's how it always works. That's how it always happens. Did Pat attend to the meetup in Good Springs? No, because those fuckers do it in November when it's like 40 degrees outside in fucking Nevada.
All right. Let's take it easy, everybody.